Hi everyone. So today in this video we are going to learn about the chapter sound. So you all know about sound, right? So whenever your school period is completed, how you come to know when a bell rings? Okay, you confirm that the period has been completed, right? So here by hearing the bell sound, you are going to confirm that the period is completed. And if someone is at your door and if they knock the door, you hear the sound, you are going to open the door, or they are going to ring the doorbell so that you are going to open the door, right? And sometimes you are familiar with the footsteps, right? If by hearing someone's footsteps, you confirm that someone is approaching to your side, right? So all these are due to sound. By hearing, you can open the door or you confirm the period is completed or someone is there approaching near to you, right? And sometimes you have played the game hide and seek. Okay, here a blindfolded person is going to catch the remaining players, right? How the remaining persons they are going to clap or they are going to walk, run, or by hearing their footsteps, you are going to catch them, right? And all these are because of sound only, okay? So here, sound plays a very important role in our daily lives, okay? So we are going to communicate with each other because of hearing to each other, right? When a person is going to talk to you, you are going to reply them. Why? Because you are going to hear their sound, okay? And they we are going to hear different sounds in our surroundings, okay? Vehicle sounds or someone talking to you, dog is barking or whatever, okay? And let us make some lists. Okay, these are the list as I said. The dog is going to bark, vehicle sound, your TV sound, you are talking to someone else. Okay. And in music room, you are going to hear the music, right? So you are going to hear music from the instruments like flute, tabla, harmonium, etc. So you all know flute, tabla, and harmonium, right? Their sounds are also different. Actually, how the sound is produced. You are going to hear the sound, right? But how it is produced? Let us learn here. And another question arises here. Why are some sounds are louder than the others? Some sound are lower and some sound are louder. Why they are different? Do you ever have this doubt? Or you can say that they are going to talk loudly or they are going to speak loudly. That's the reason the sound is louder and the sound is lower. You can differentiate, right? So let us go into this detail. So here are the some instruments, harmonium, and these are called as what tablas, and it is sitar, and this is the flute. Okay, so all these are the musical instruments. Let us see how this sound is produced. So, sound is produced by a vibrating body. Vibrations, you know it, right? The to and fro motion. What is vibration? The to and fro motion of a body is called as what? Vibration. Body or object, it may be, okay? To and fro is nothing but what? To means front and back, we can say. Back fro is nothing but back, okay? Front and back movement of an object or a body is nothing but what? Vibration. So, do one thing, touch the school bell when not in use. What do you feel? Okay, just go and touch not only the school bell, touch anything. Touch anything that is surrounding you, okay? And touch it when it is producing sound. Can you feel it vibrating? So, when a bell is going to ring, you are going to feel the vibration, and when there is no vibration, when there is no sound, okay? When the bell is in rest motion, you touch the bell, it's not going to produce sound. And when bell is ringing, you are going to feel the vibration. By touching it, you can feel it. So that is nothing but sound. And we can say that sound is produced by vibrating body. Okay, let us learn this thing in detail. Let's do one activity here. So what you have to do, you are going to take a metal plate or a pan. You can take any plate and hang it at a convenient place in such a way that it does not touch any wall. You are going to hang the plate or the wall in such a way that it's not going to touch the other walls or anything. Okay, it should be hanging in the air, we can say. Okay, now strike it with the stick. Not only stick, you can take a spoon or anything. Take it and you are going to strike it. Okay, touch the plate or pan gently with your finger. Okay, so you can see the image how he's going to beat the pan with a stick. You can take the spoon also here. When you are going to beat the pan or when you are going to strike the pan, try to touch the pan slightly. Okay. What do you feel? You are going to feel the vibrations. Okay. Slightly you are going to see that vibrations are produced by the pan and they are going to slowly reduced. Again strike the plate with the stick and hold it tightly with your hands immediately after striking. Do you still hear the sound? Okay. Now what you have to do? Once again you are going to strike the pan with the stick or a spoon. Okay. And you are going to hold the pan tightly. Not slightly. Now you are going to hold it tightly. So the vibrations will be very less. You are going to feel less vibrations than the earlier. When you touched earlier, you can feel the vibrations, okay? But when you touch it harder or tightly, the pan is not going to produce high vibrations. You are going to feel vibrations very less, okay? Touch the plate after it stops producing sound. Okay, you are going to hear the sound, right? When the sound is stopped, try to touch the pan again. Do you feel vibrations? No vibrations. Okay, when there is no sound, that means what? Vibrations are responsible for producing sound. Okay, when there is vibration, sound is produced. When there is no vibration, there is no sound. Okay, let us go for another activity. Here, what you have to do, you are going to take a rubber band and put it around the longer side of a pencil box. Pencil box, your compass box or the pencil box, you are going to take it and you are going to take the pencil box, right? So, you are going to put the rubber band here in this way. The longer side, okay? This is the longer side. So, you are going to put the rubber band here and in between the rubber band, you are going to hold the pencils here as shown in the figure. You are going to add two pencils here and in between they are going to pull out the rubber band. What you are going to observe? You are going to observe sound, right? And you are going to see the rubber band is going to move into to and fro motion. Front back motion you are going to see, and that motion is nothing but what? Vibration only, right? And you are going to see the sound is going to produce until the vibration stops. When the vibration stops, there is no sound produced. Okay, when there is vibration, sound is produced. So as you learnt in your previous class and as I said now, the to and fro or back and forth motion of an object is called as what? Vibration. Okay. When a tightly stretched band is plucked is nothing but pulled. Okay. It vibrates and produces sound. When it stops vibrating, it does not produce any sound. Okay. So let us go for the next activity and here what you have to do is take a metal dish and pour water in it. So you are going to take one dish. Okay, in that you are going to add water and strike it at the edge with a spoon. And to this edge, you are going to strike it with a spoon. What do you observe? You are going to observe sound, right? Again, strike the dish and then touch it. Okay, once again you strike the dish and then you are going to touch with your finger. What you observe? You are going to observe sound, and you are going to observe you are going to feel the vibration near the dish. Okay. Once again, strike the dish again. Look at the surface of the water. When you see the surface of the water, you are going to see, let me say, draw this once again. So this is the water, and this is the surface, and this is the spoon. Okay. So with the spoon, you are going to strike it the metal dish. Okay. First thing, you are going to hear the sound, right? Second time, what you did, you have struck the metal dish once again and you touch it with the finger. What you felt, you heard the sound and you also heard the vibration, right? And third time, once again, you strike it and you watch the movement of water. You can see that the movement of water is going to be like this in the bowl. Got it? So, what change do you observe? As I said, if at first strike you can hear the sound. Second, actually all this happens at once only. Okay? For your clearance, they did for the 3 times. Okay? Whenever you are going to strike the metal ball with which is having water in it, you are going to see sound is produced, movement of water will be seen, and vibration is also seen. Okay, and you are going to see the movement because of vibrations only, and sound is also produced due to vibration. Okay, so this is the activity. So in this figure, in a bowl or in a metal plate, they have put in some water, and with the help of spoon they are beating or they are striking it. You can see the movement of water like this. Okay, and there is a production of sound also. So we see that vibrating object produces sound. So now you understood that how sound is produced. If anyone asks you how sound is produced, only one answer. When a body is going to vibrate, when a body or an object is going to vibrate, we are going to hear what? We are going to hear sound, and sound is produced by vibrating. Okay? In some cases, the vibrations are visible to us, but in most cases, their amplitude is so small that we cannot see them. So here amplitude is nothing but vibration only. Okay? So uh, here let us go for this activity before one. So here you can see the movement of water, right? You can see the movement of water is nothing but the vibrations only. Okay, so they are saying that the vibrations are easily visible to us. So because the movement of water is due to vibration only, that's the reason we can say or we can see the vibration in this activity. In few activities we cannot see the example when the school bell rings. Okay, we cannot see the vibration, but we can feel it. Why? Because their amplitude is so small that we cannot see them. When the amplitude is less, that means when the vibration is less, we cannot see the vibration, and the vibrations are more, we can see the vibrations. Got it? So actually amplitude and vibration somewhat related. Not vibration and amplitude are somewhat related, we can say. Okay, so if this is the sound wave, we are going to call this distance as the amplitude. Got it? If the wave is bigger, wavelength is bigger, then so let us discuss these wavelength, frequency, amplitude in the further of this chapter. Okay, so just remember here that sound is produced by what? Sound produced by vibrations of the body or the object. Got it? So thank you for watching the video. For more videos, please subscribe the channel.